All right, Shing. Your white whale is complete with full etch on the external of the hilt, just about everywhere. Softened up brass in different areas to ensure that it wasn't super shiny as you had requested, and then as well the overall etch on every little piece, from the tail end having a Moby Dick whale on it, to waves on the bottom, to waves crashing over a Moby Dick on here, to these geometric shapes that actually created Moby Dick, to his eye that has not only the eye but also the outside eye, and then as well his mouth, and then everything repeated on the opposite side. So again, had a fun time working on this. Was definitely challenging, one of the most challenging I've done so far, so thank you for challenging me to do something above and beyond. The chassis itself, I just completed one just similar to this with William Tasai on his beautiful Occularis, but this one 100% me, other than beautiful saber itself from Shing, or from TJ, that you had TJ directly drop shipped to me. So either way, to activate this saber, the buttons down here, you've got your power and you got your aux, right? Your power button here for this very loud font that you had me install, the Star Trek probe font that is extremely loud. I'm not going to go through it right now because it is, when the Star Trek alarm starts going off, it is quite loud and wakes up the whole house. So either way, I know I can turn it down, but I want to make sure that you enjoy it. That being said, to take this hilt out, to access the chassis, J-lock style, that gets twisted and pulled out. I do have an extra tiny bit of detent here that basically the chassis pushes back on and ultimately locks in on here so that it doesn't come out. So that's a nice thing about one of the things I do with these. Secondly, to fully remove the chassis, you simply unscrew here, slide this out. So there's a slight detent there as it gets over the hump of the chassis PCB or switch PCB that's inside of here. It's hard to see overall, but you can see it down in there. So it has to get over the hump with these rail connectors there. So that being said, your Noah Drew marble, 16 millimeter Noah Drew marble with the holocron in it is gorgeous. You've got your switches, your external switches here. This is power, aux here. Your 3D printed whale tooth as you asked for, contained on the bottom, open air on the top, but with an LED to give shine down on the top as well. It's made of clear PLA, so it actually does shine whatever color you decide. Then I also have these 25 LED arrays that have 10 LEDs, and 5 in the center, with these green carbon fiber PLA waves to match the aesthetic of the hilt. You'll notice that these gray pieces here in these channels, those are actually shims to make sure that the chassis rolls smoothly. It's something I learned from your hilt to William's hilt. Doing his first, one of the things I wanted to do is make this smoother on this transition. And make sure that it's nice and centered all the time. That being said, I also gave a little notch down here on the battery, so it's easy to take it out. it's easy to just slide it out. You don't need to actually grab something to pry it out. This is actually just press fit down in. So again, just be careful not to push down so hard that you crack the memory card. You can actually push this in farther down in so that the memory card clears. I just suggest you to just barely, let it, attach and be done. That being said, to close this, you simply just twist it, like I said. This says Moby Dick, Great White Whale. Again, I left this all soft with the aesthetic of the hilt, with kind of a weathered, worn, bluish, grayish, greenish brass. Main reason for that is I wanted to make sure that this didn't look different than the aesthetic of what you're here. So I wanted it to have that kind of old school feel. And this is actually Moby Dick coming up out of the water with sailors. When you look at it really closely, you can see the sailors in the boat on the bottom. So there you go. But yeah, that is basically it. You've got, just so you can know what you have, you've got a KR Sabres 28mm speaker, Profi 3.9, as we talked about. The battery, you let me know if you want it to come with one. I can include one, but I'm sure it clears customs better if not. The Pixel PCB is a Shadowfoil Props 20 or 16 LED pixel PCB. So yeah, crystal chamber done by me, obviously. There is no OLED or anything like that in this hilt. These are the micro LEDs here, but yeah, that's basically it. If you have any questions or concerns or anything like that, just let me know. I'm gonna hang on to it for a few days and just make sure that everything is working exceptionally well, and then I will get it out and into the mail for you, or we can hold on to it until I complete your subversion as a whole. But I'm sure you'd probably like to get this thing and start taking a look at it. Again, appreciate you letting me work on this for you, and hope you enjoy it. All right, take care. Bye-bye.